तपस्वाध्याय शुश्रूषा कृष्णपूजारतं मुनिम् विश्वेशमिष्टदं वन्दे परिव्राट् चक्रवर्तिनम् Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om to all. Welcome back to Bhagavad Gita session. Today we are going to look at Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 verse 12. In the previous verse, Krishna made a strong and direct statement. He said to Arjuna, "You are grieving unnecessarily even though you speak like a wise person." Now, naturally, a question arises in Arjuna's mind. Why should they not be grieved for? Because these are real people, my teachers, my relatives. They are going to die. So, grief is natural. So, Krishna now begins to establish the fundamental truth that removes grief at its very root. Krishna introduces the eternity of existence. Not only is Krishna eternal, Arjuna is eternal, and all the kings standing on the battlefield are also eternal. This verse does not merely console, it destroys the very basis of the grief. Let us look at the verse first. Bhagavad Gita chapter 2 verse 12. Natvevaham jatunasam natvam neme janadhipaha nachaiva nabhavishyamaha sarve vayamatha param. Na, not, tu, but, eva, certainly, aham, I, jatu, at any time, na asam, did not exist, na, not, tvam, you, na, not, ime, these, janadhipaha, kings or rulers, na, not, cha, and, eva, certainly, na, not, bhavishyamaha, we shall exist, sarve, all, vayam, we, ataha, from this, param, onwards or thereafter. Simple meaning of this verse, Krishna says, there was never a time when I did not exist, nor you, nor all these kings. And there will never be a time in the future when all of us will cease to exist. Let us look at the detailed explanation to understand clearly this. The basic question is why they are not to be grieved for. Krishna's point is very simple and straightforward. They are not to be grieved for because they are eternal. To show that, Krishna starts with himself. Natvevaham, but certainly not I. Krishna begins with himself. According to Madhvacharya, this is not to prove his existence. That is already self-evident and established in Vedas and Vedanta scriptures. He says this to illustrate a principle: just as I am eternal, so are you. And also these kings and rulers, all beings. Shankaracharya ji explains, it is not that I ever did not exist. On the contrary, I always existed. Even when bodies were born or destroyed in the past, existence remained unchanged. Like space inside a pot remains unaffected when the pot is created or broken, so too the soul or jiva or atma remains untouched or unaffected. And again he says, Jatu Nasam. There was never a time when I did not exist. This completely negates the idea of beginning of existence. The Atma does not come into existence at birth. It is always present. Natvam, nor you. Krishna directly addresses Arjuna. Arjuna's confusion is not due to lack of knowledge, but due to emotional attachment covering his clarity. Out of affection, he is neglecting his Kshatriya dharma. Krishna reminds him, you are not a newly created being. You always existed. Not only I, not only you. Ime janadipaha, naime janadipaha. Nor these kings. Krishna expands the truth universally. Not only Arjuna, but all the kings on the battlefield, Bhishma Acharya, Dronacharya, and others, all are eternal. This directly destroys Arjuna's argument. Arjuna's argument was, they will be destroyed. Krishna is saying, they are not being destroyed. Only their bodies will be destroyed. Only their bodies are changing. That is why you don't have to worry. Here, the word Janadipaha remains one thing for us. Whether king or common man, the law of existence is the same. Janadipaha word refers kings, rulers, powerful leaders on the battlefield. But Krishna deliberately uses this word to make a deeper point. Whether one is king or common man, the law of existence does not change. Think of a chessboard. Some pieces are kings, some are queens, some are powerful rocks and knights, and some are simple pawns. On the board, they have different roles, different powers, different importances. But when the game ends, all pieces go back into the same box. Similarly, Bhishmacharya is a king on the battlefield. Arjuna is a great warrior on the battlefield. Dronacharya is a great teacher on the battlefield. And there are so many other powerful rulers also on the battlefield. But the standpoint of existence, all are governed by the same truth. Bodies may differ in status, power and role, but the Atma, the soul or Jiva, is unaffected by all these distinctions. On the board, we appear different, but beyond the board, we are the same. So, Janadipaha, when he uses that word, whether king or a common man, the law of existence is the same. Na chaiva na bhavishyamaha. And certainly we will not cease to exist. This is powerful statement by Krishna. Krishna is not only speaking about the past or present, but also about the future. The words na and eva remove all doubt. It is absolutely certain that we will continue to exist. Madhvacharya ji emphasizes beautifully, the soul is Anadi, Ananta and Nitya. Does not begin, does not end. Sarve Vayam, all of us, this includes Krishna, Arjuna and all other warriors and all other common men. Existence is universal. Athaparam, from now onwards or hereafter, even after this moment, this battle, this body, existence continues. Shankaracharya ji says, even after after the destruction of the body, we shall continue to exist. Krishna establishes existence in all three. Past, we existed. Present, we exist. Future, we will exist. Madhvacharya again beautifully explains, by denying non-existence in past and future, Krishna establishes existence in all three stages: Srishti, Sthiti and Laya. Creation, sustenance and dissolution. So, for this verse, the soul's existence, Madhvacharya's take is birth and death are not of the soul. They are only connection with the body, birth, disconnection from the body, that is death. The soul or jiva or atma itself remains untouched. Shankaracharyaji's concept is also similar, little differs. The atma is eternal in all three times. But multiplicity is only due to bodies. He says upadhis, not division of the atma. Like space appears divided by parts, but is never truly divided. It is declared in Skanda Purana. Nanashyati param tattvam nanashyanti cha jivakaah nityas sarvagathas sakshi bhagavan purushottamah. The supreme consciousness is never destroyed. Similarly, the individual consciousness is also never destroyed. So, Krishna is the eternal among the eternal. Krishna is the supreme consciousness among all the consciousness. So, this supreme truth never perishes. Individual beings also never truly perish. The Lord alone exists as the eternal, all-pervading witness. That is why it looks like Arjuna's grief is invalid. Because Arjuna thinks they will die, I will lose them. Krishna corrects, you are not destroying them. You are not losing them. You are only witnessing a transition. Fear of death arises from identifying with the body. Krishna removes that fear completely. Even if Arjuna did not doubt Krishna's eternity, Krishna still explains this. Why? For the welfare of the world. This teaching is not only for Arjuna, it is for all humanity. So, Krishna is laying the foundation of the entire Gita in this verse. The Atma or Jiva is eternal. It exists in all three times, past, present and future. And Atma is unaffected by birth and death. Therefore, grief based on bodily destruction is ignorance. No one truly comes into existence and no one truly goes out of existence. Only forms appear and forms disappear. With this, Krishna begins to slowly lift Arjuna from emotional confusion to spiritual clarity. The next verses will further explain how the soul remains unchanged while the body undergoes transformation. What happens next? That we will see in the next session. Until that, God bless you all. Hari Om to all. Sarve bhavantu sukhinah. Sarve santu niramayah. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschid dukkha bhag bhavet. Om Shantihi. Om Shantihi. Om Shantihi. Om Sham.